Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Film Ignite podcast. My name is Xavier Tony, and today I'm starting a brand new series I've wanted to start for a long time, but after hearing some not so great things from people I know as well as online about the series, I was hesitant to start, but I think going in with a positive mindset will make this a great experience. So I'm going to be going through the entire Arrowverse series, starting with episode 1 of the original show that started it all, which is Arrow. So the pilot episode of Arrow, what were my original and first impressions of the show? I think the pilot episode was good. It was great in setting up the characters and the overall plot of the story. It sets up some really interesting questions about Oliver Queen and his past, and overall I think the pilot episode really is just meant to set the stage, the tone, the story, the characters. It introduced a lot of characters that I'm gonna have to get used to, but I think the introduction to Oliver Queen, as I guess he's not referred to as Arrow yet, I don't know what they call him, the Green Arrow or something, but I think the characters that were introduced with the sister and I think the guy's name was Tommy, who was his friend. I think all these characters set up have potential to be great characters. And the story overall about him being cast away on this island sets up so many questions that I cannot wait to figure out how they're going to answer these questions and what the overall story is. What happened to Oliver on that island for 5 whole years that he was on there that allowed him to become who he is today, so powerful and just so crazy in his ability to fight. I will say I was very surprised by the action scenes in the first episode. They were pretty amazing. Like, honestly, really thoroughly entertaining. There was a lot of them too, and I gotta also say the music in this pilot episode really surprised me. It was not as generic as I thought it was gonna be for like a CW show. It to me was really fantastic. The soundtrack and the score is definitely something I'm going to be looking forward to, as well as the action scenes were edited a little bit choppy, but honestly I can't complain. Like, it was the first episode and the fight scenes were genuinely pretty interesting and entertaining to watch. Like I said, all the characters were great. It's going to be great to get to learn about them as the series goes on. The acting was good. I have no complaints about the acting so far. There is some absolutely horrendous CGI in this. The few opening scenes and the scenes on the ship and the boat with the island, just complete rubbish and trash. But I guess that's to be expected with, I'm not sure the budget they're working on here with this show, but that CGI was some hot garbage. Yeah, so like I said, it's just a pilot episode, right? I got nothing really more to go on. I will say I did enjoy it. It had some funny moments, some great action scenes. It's setting up the story, and hopefully this is a story that I will want to be invested in and want to keep watching, because it seems like an interesting story. You have the guy whose dad is holding a secret from him, but now his dad's gone, so it's up to him to uncover the secret, make his city right, like he said in the end of the episode. He there's a list of names. He's going through all of them to clean up the city. But the whole mystery with his dad, I feel like, is going to be a big part of the story in this season, Oliver Queen's dad. And, we'll see what goes on from here. Any new villains that end up coming into play, as well as the new side characters. I think Oliver's sister is going to be a crucial character as well, just because of the dynamic that they have, as well as his friend Tommy, who seems a little sketchy and weird, to be honest. But other than that, also, there's the whole thing right at the end of the episode. It was his mom with the butler guy. They were talking about hiding something from him, or they were talking about figuring out what the dad told the son. So the mom is clearly suspicious of something as well, which I think is going to cause some more drama within the show as well. So like I said, for a pilot episode, it did everything it needed to do. It set up interesting characters and interesting story to come, and asked many questions that I hope we'll get answers to soon. It looks like it's going to be a pretty good show. I think it's going to be a good show. I'm going into it with an open mind. So yeah, that's just my first reviews of the first episode of Arrow.